is what brings us together today. This easily recognizable quote from the movie The Princess Bride is completely spot on. Marriage has been so bent and twisted out of shape that it's hardly recognizable anymore, and so it's time to break it down and get it explained properly. The problem is, there's so much to marriage. To make life simple, I'm going to break it down into two parts. The first part will cover the sacrament of matrimony, and the second will cover what's supposed to happen in one. Today's society is absolutely sure that marriage is between, well, actually they aren't. It started off between one guy and one girl, and then some people did one guy and lots of girls, and then two guys or two girls, and now there's talk about allowing it between humans and animals, or even humans and robots. A sane man would be left scratching his head. So who or what is marriage supposed to involve? The answer is quite simple, proven by both science and religion. One guy and one girl. That's it. Most people already understand most of the religion part, but there are some not so well known pieces as well. The idea of marriage was not founded on the rules of a society. Even in the earliest days of mankind, the idea of marriage came from their respective religion, not only in who was involved, but also how to do it. Even though many of these groups of people never interacted, the ideas were fairly similar. One guy and one girl was acceptable, and many times if a person was caught sleeping with someone outside of that marriage, it could be punished in many ways, some involving death. Obviously, this was something people took very seriously. Most people will see that marriage is a bond between a man and a woman, but there is a third person involved, and no, it's not the kids. If you've ever been to any matrimonial ceremony, they will all have something in common. It's the guy reciting the vows. No, he's not part of the marriage, but the person he's supposed to represent is. God is an integral part in any marriage, turning it from a straight line into a triangle. As many nerds will note, the triangle is the strongest geometric shape known to man. As such, when a marriage loses its connection to God, it becomes very fragile, often fragmenting into adultery and or divorce. A messy situation, to be sure. However, when a marriage keeps God in sight, not only can they make it through any situation, but everyone around them can sense it on some level. Don't fret, ye who hates religion. Science backs this up as well, and it does it with the piece that modern society thinks is the only purpose of marriage: intercourse. The man and woman piece should be pretty simple, but some people think any combination will work. So let me explain using hardware. Pipes, cables, and plugs are just a few examples of items that have male and female ends. And there is a reason they are called male and female. Doesn't take too much thinking for the average adult, so we won't go any further into the reasons of how they were named. If you connect the male and female ends together properly, things pass through, whether it be solid, liquid, gas, electricity, or data. Now try other combinations. If you put the male end of a water pipe and the female end of a coaxial cable together, nothing will happen. You could tape the male ends of electrical plugs together, but electricity doesn't go through so well. No matter how you try, if you don't do it the way it was designed, it just won't work right. Same goes for intercourse, but we'll go into more detail in the second part. Another piece that science proves is that the first time a couple has intercourse, it leaves a signature on the other person. Your hormones will constantly seek that signature with whomever you sleep with, and you won't get the same level of satisfaction if they don't match. You can see this fairly easily in modern society. Few people only have two partners. They either stay with the first person they slept with, or they've slept with multiple people, even if they've only been married a couple of times. The latter shows that constant seeking of gratification, but they'll never get it unless it's with their first partner. The problem now, of course, is that government has swept those facts under a rug, instead allowing feelings, emotions rule the day. Doesn't matter if it's illogical or could be physically or mentally damaging, as long as you're happy for a few minutes. That's all that matters. Doesn't matter that having multiple partners is what spreads STDs. Who cares if just following those animalistic urges leads to rape and sexual assault? You felt good doing it. That's all that matters, right? Yeah, no.